So we have Darren Lyn now live with us in Houston. Darren, we know that the conditions for these people have been horrible. It is hot. They have virtually nothing. Is it now likely that the administration is going to send all of them right back to Haiti, and how soon?
Michelle, from what we understand, the Biden administration is planning to send most of those nearly 15,000 Haitian immigrants back to Haiti starting on Sunday. We are told that 5 to 8 flights per day are going to be leaving from the United States, likely from San Antonio, because San Antonio is only about 150 miles from Del Rio, where the immigrants are staying right now, as you see in these pictures. However, in terms of, you mentioned, will all of them go back? We are told that there are some exemptions, especially for women with children traveling alone, or pregnant women. We are told that there will be some exemptions for those under humanitarian conditions where they would be able to at least apply for asylum, not necessarily receive asylum in the United States, but apply for asylum to remain here until the proceedings continue. But in terms of those flights, again, we're told 5 to 8 flights per day, likely from San Antonio. We presume that there are other airports in Dallas and Houston that could be used if it is necessary for the Biden administration. But in terms of the influx, you talked about this problem. In last year of August of 2020, there were only 55 Haitian immigrants stopped at the U.S. border from Mexico. Fast forward a year later to August 2021, just a few weeks ago, that number ballooned to 7,580. And then in just the past few weeks, as we have just mentioned, that has even doubled now to nearly 15,000. So this is a serious problem that the Biden administration needs to tackle. And again, doing it with that balance of being tough on border patrol, and also being able to have that humanitarian aspect of making sure not everybody's sent back in one lump.
And normally, immigrants from Haiti, the closest destination point would be in Florida. Traditionally, whenever there's a crisis in Haiti, we see them come by these overcrowded boats, very dangerous journey, and they hope to land in Florida. Why now are they flooding this area at the Texas border with Mexico?
You have to rewind about 11 years ago, back in 2010. You mentioned the earthquake that happened in just this past August, a month ago. Well, 11 years ago, there was a deadly earthquake in Haiti. And at that point, many Haitians immigrated over to South America, in particular Brazil, because the Rio Games were going to be in 2016. So many Haitians left their native Haiti, went to Brazil, worked in Rio de Janeiro. But again, the Games were in 2016. We're talking, this is 5 years later now. From what we are told, over that past 5 years, Haitians in that area of Brazil and in South America have made that trek to Mexico, whether it be by false rumor, whether it be by hopes of getting a better life in the United States. They've made their way up to the United States, and everything has come together right now, where we said that at one point last year, only 55 Haitian immigrants were stopped at the border, and now we have nearly 15,000. So this is a slow process that has all of a sudden just hit together on the head. And even though the United States is trying to take care of this right now, I can assure you that there will be more Haitian immigrants that will continue to migrate from parts of South America to get to the Mexico border.
Yeah, but it's always a big political issue, but wherever there's desperation, there's going to be an attempt to enter the U.S. Darren, thanks so much.